Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have everyone here today. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys the neonate school routine. Now, friends, it's 9 a.m. and we have circle time. Every morning, we start off by having a weather check. Who wants to go and check?
Me!
Okay, Atole, go and see what the day is like today and then come back and tell us.
Okay! Ooh, it's raining! It's raining!
Ooh, okay, then we're going to write it here. Today the weather is rainy. Thank you, Atole. Today for circle time, we have show and tell. Who wants to go first?
We do!
Okay, go ahead, Pepito and Sandy.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his arm, and Jill came tumbling after.
Thank you, Pepito and Sandy. Good job! Friends, Pepito and Sandy put so much work into their show and tell. They put on their mariachi hats, and they wanted all of us to hear their favorite song. And they're not the only ones who are going to be showing us something today. Chivatita and Susie Keen also have something to share. So come on, Chivatita and Susie Keen, tell us what you're going to share with us today. Oh, I know what Chivatita and Susie Keen want to share with us. Their belly button accessories. Friends, in a previous video, I bought a bunch of accessories for the babies, and one of the things I bought were these belly button accessories. And Chivatita and Susie Keen used show and tell day to show us their belly button accessories. Thank you, Chivatita. Thank you, Susie Keen. You can go sit down now. Let's see, who else wants to share today?
Me!
Oh, Atole has something very special to show us today too. Come to the front, Atole. Okay, Atole, tell us, what did you want to show us today?
My costume!
Oh, Atole is showing us her fairy costume. Look, friends, her fairy costume is so cute. She has some beautiful glittery wings, a tulle skirt, and here on top, she has a headband with some super cute flowers. Thank you, Atole, for sharing your fairy costume with us.
Okay!
And now, at 10 a.m., we have learning centers. For our learning centers today, Tonito and Guats are going to cook, Chivatita and Susie Keen are going to do arts and crafts, and Churro and Atole are going to make a science experiment. So kids, you can start going to your different centers.
Atole is going to fly! Woo!
Well, friends, let's start with Churro and Atole. Churro and Atole are going to be doing a science experiment to figure out how flowers take in water.
Churro wants to show stories with dolls, French, how flowers drink water.
Okay, Churro, why don't you go up to the whiteboard and show us how?
Okay, flowers drink water from the stem. We put water here and it goes up through the stem until it gets to the flower. Yep, that's how they do it, like Churro said.
Perfect! So how about we do an experiment to prove it? And for that, I have here my science worksheet, where we're going to be writing down all our observations. We're going to start out by making sure we have all of the ingredients. We're going to need 3 white carnations. I have them here. 3 different colors of food coloring. I'm going to use red, blue, and yellow, the primary colors. Water. Here I have the water. And 3 jars. I have them here. Now let's move on to the process. The first thing we need to do is put water in the jars.
Me!
Okay, Atole is going to add water to the jars. Okay, now the other one. And the last one. Next step is to add 10 drops of food coloring in each jar.
Churro!
Okay, Churro, let's start with red.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now the blue.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And finally, yellow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Churro knows how to count very fast.
Yes, Churro, you're really smart. Next step. An adult should cut the stems of the carnations diagonally with a knife.
Churro too.
I'm sorry, Churro, you won't be able to do it this time because when we're doing an experiment, it's super important to follow the instructions. And the instructions say that an adult should cut the flowers. Do you want to know why? Because if a kid uses a knife, they could cut themselves, and that wouldn't be good.
No! I don't want to cut myself. I don't like it. It hurts.
Okay, so it's best if you sit over here and very carefully, I'm going to cut the stems. The instructions say that we should cut the stems diagonally because that way they absorb the water better. And step 4 says that we should put a flower in each jar. And you guys can help me do that. Let's mix the water a bit.
Churro blue, because Churro has blue clothes.
And I'll put it in the red one. One moment, kids, we're still not done. Because a very important step when we're doing experiments is to write down our observations. And of course, we have to start off showing how we started out. So I'm going to draw what the flowers looked like when we started. Now the flowers look completely white. And while we wait for the flowers to absorb the water, we're going to move on to the Learning Center with Tonito and Guats. Here they are, so let's start our activity. Since Guats and Tonito are still very small, I didn't want to make a recipe with them where they would need an oven, because I didn't want them to accidentally burn themselves. So I bought this set to make brownies. But these brownies are very special because we don't need an oven. The only thing we need is the chocolate mix that comes with the toy, water, and this mixer. These packets contain real mixes that when we finish making the brownies, we can actually eat them. And the instructions said that I had to wash everything first, so I already went to go wash them. And of course, all good cooks always wash their hands before cooking. We're going to need warm water. It shouldn't be super hot because we don't want to burn ourselves. And we're also going to need butter to grease the molds with. Guats, come here. You can help me grease the molds. And now, Tonito is going to help me grease the cake mold because we're going to be making a red velvet cake. Now, Guats is going to pour the stuff in this bag into this bowl. It's the brownie mix. Okay, Guats, now we're going to put it in the mixer. And even though the water isn't very hot, I'm going to do this part myself to make sure that the neonates aren't going to burn themselves. And the recipe says that we need 2 tablespoons of water. And for this part, Guats can help us mix the ingredients together. It's almost done! And now it's Tonito's turn to help. He's going to help us put the batter in the molds. Oh wow! Tonito's face is covered in chocolate! Now I'm going to put them in the fridge for 15 minutes. And while we wait for the brownies to be ready, let's make the red velvet cake. And this time, Tonito is going to dump out the mix. And now I'm going to add the water. And it's time to mix it up! Friends, something I really like about this toy is that the mixer doesn't need batteries. Ooh, the red velvet cake batter is easier to mix than the brownie batter. Okay, let's switch baker. Oh! Guats, were you eating brownie batter? Oh, Guats, you're so mischievous. Well, I don't blame him. I think all bakers try a bit of their recipes. Friends, I think after this recipe, these 2 babies are going to take a long bath. These babies are super impatient. They can't wait to try what we've made today. And now let's make the frosting. To make the brownies and the cake, we were using tablespoons. But now to make the frosting, we're going to be using teaspoons. And it says we need to add 1.5 teaspoons of water. And here we have our first color all ready to decorate our desserts with. And I also made the chocolate frosting. Let's decorate them. But friends, before I go get the other babies, I'm going to have to give these babies an emergency bath. Now Guats is all clean. And Tonito is next. Warm water and a nice brush. Now we're going to move on to our next Learning Center activity with Chivatita and Susie Keen. And the activity we're going to do is in this kit. We're going to use this 3D pen to make cupcakes, lollipops, and ice cream. I think it's going to be super fun. What do you think, Susie Keen and Chivatita? Let's start. We're going to put all the sweets we make here on this stand. Here we have the molds. We have the cupcake liners, and here we have 3 different colors of gel that we're going to be using. We have 3 bags of glitter, and we have a tip for each color. Let's start with Chivatita. We're going to make some tiny hearts and some stars. And now we're going to turn on the pen because the light is going to harden the gel. We also turn the light on underneath the mold. And now it's Susie Keen's turn. Susie Keen wants to make the cherries and also the strawberries. And now I'm going to help Chivatita make the lollipop. We're going to put some glitter and we're going to turn on the light so it hardens. And now Susie Keen is going to finish it. And Susie Keen also wants to use the light, so we're going to let her use it. But I'm making sure that she's not looking at it directly because it's not good for her eyes. And Chivatita also wants to decorate with these little hearts. Oh, and Chivatita says that she also wants to add glitter. Chivatita is like me. She loves glitter. So we added some glitter, and now we're going to let Susie Keen fill up the other 2 hearts. We turn on the light to harden the gel, and now we're going to use the cupcake mold. And Chivatita wants to add glitter. We have to move it around the mold a bit. And now it's Susie Keen's turn to harden it. And now that the gel has hardened, we're going to take it out of the mold. The heart broke a little bit, but we're going to leave it here. This is the one with a lot of glitter, and it looks like the lollipop is ready to come out too. And I think I need to harden the lollipop a bit more because it still feels a bit wet. Friends, we don't eat these. This is just for playing with. A star, another star, and these are super small, but we can still kind of see them. And here we have one of the cupcakes. And with a bit of gel, we're going to add the cherry. Do you like it, Susie Keen? She liked it. How about we put it here in the cupcake holder? Chivatita wants to see too. What do you girls think? Oh, they're super happy. They really liked it. And here we have the other one. Let's put it in this pink cupcake holder. We put a bit of gel, turn on the light, and for this one, I'm going to put a heart here on top. What do you girls think? Do you like it? Yes, it's very pretty. Oh, Chivatita thinks that we should add a star too. So let's add the star. And done. Now we added the star. And after working so hard, I think they deserve a snack. And it's a good thing that it's already 10:45 a.m. because that means it's snack time. And today, we're going to be eating the goodies that Guats and Tonito made. Guys, Sandy and Pepito are still too young to eat solid food, so I put them down for a nap while these babies, who are older, eat the brownies and cake that Guats and Tonito made. I'm going to check on the neonates' diapers, and Churro and Atole need to use the bathroom.
Churro doesn't need diapers!
Oh, but Churro, you're showing your butt to all our Stories with Dolls friends. What are you doing? I think you should sit down in your potty, and Atole too. And let's change Chivatita first. Yes, Chivatita is having a lot of fun today in the nursery. Let's clean her really well, put on a clean diaper, and Chivatita is done. I'm going to write here that I changed Chivatita's diaper.
Atole went pee-pee.
Excellent.
Churro went poo-poo. Yeah. I'm tired.
Oh, that's because it's time for your nap. Okay, Churro, come with me so you can take a nap. Oh, Guats is really tired too. I'm going to change his diaper and then he's off to take a nap too. And I'm going to put Guats here.
Did they change? Did they change? They're still white.
Yes, most of them are still white. But if we take a closer look at the flower, at the very edge of the petals, we can see that they're starting to change color a bit. The yellow one too. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to try to give you guys a closer look. If we look very closely, we can see that all around the tips of the petals, they're starting to turn yellow. Now here, the red one is the one that has the least amount of color. It only has a tiny bit. So how about we add more food coloring to see if it gets redder? So now we're going to draw what we observed after 2 hours. So now Churro and Atole can go off and play for a bit longer. Friends, on the paper, I didn't make a box for 24 hours later, but I still want to show you guys what they look like after 24 hours. Because as you can see, they're almost completely covered in color.
Wow! They're different colors! Yes, they drank a lot of water.